Welcome back to Popes and Pylons. Let's play some more Europa Universalis IV as Wales. And, we're one Wales now. We used to be two Wales. Now we're one Wales. That's pretty nice. I've returned from traveling, so it's been a while since I recorded the last set of episodes. For you, it should be a just a normal day-by-day basis episode, but for me it was over a week. So let's just get reacquainted with what's happening here. We've been expanding from being tiny Wales in the beginning. We've been eating most of England, we've been eating most of Ireland. Unfortunately, Scotland grew a bit, partly because we had to give them some land in a peace deal, and also because they jumped on our war with England, also took their own parts of land. Now, England is almost gone. We want the rest of it, of course, but we have a truce until 1515, so that's a bunch more years. So really our next expansion target should be Scotland. However, the Scots are allied to the French, and I'm not interested in fighting the French. So we kind of have to find our right timing there. Let's check how the French Navy looks. Yeah, they have 6 heavies and 14 lights. They would just crush our Navy and then come on in, because we only have 17 lights here. The Scots don't have much of a navy, so I'm not worried about them. They have like a heavy and a couple of lights, and that's it. Maybe 4 transports or something. So they're not scary. But the French navy I don't want. Also, I'm allied to France. I don't want to lose that alliance. It's my only ally. I have these 3 boats sitting around here because they used to be exploring, but right now they can help us make some money. And we are currently trying to get to the New World in order to build a giant colonial empire. And we are slowly building our colony over here in Eric's Fjord so that we can finally make the jump to the New World. Colonialism has not spawned, and I think we do fulfill the conditions for spawning it. We do. It's just that it hasn't happened yet. So we might be the ones spawning it. Now, we are trying to suppress a bunch of rebels, which is cool. I like that. However, we have a bit of an issue here with the fact that there are English separatists right over here in Scotland. And while they are Scottish spawned English separatists, they may decide to come over to my land. So let's just move my army out of out of Cambridge here, just in case the rebels are trying to come in and sit maybe in Somerset and reduce the unrest there. Alrighty, now we have a loan. We're gonna pay that back once the time comes. We have a disaster ticking up that we have to be mindful of. We have these English separatists which we want to get rid of, and we have a bunch of stuff we could technically build, but we don't have tons of money. We do finally have the tech to build workshops, but horrible places to build them. I usually love workshops because they make a lot of money, and also with a new mission system we have to somewhere build buildings here, build 5 workshops. We already have the 5 churches, but we need 5 workshops to complete this and get something. A lot of tax income, some admin power. It's pretty good. So I want it, but I don't want to build awful workshops when I don't have money. Otherwise, mission-wise, trustworthy allies is something we can go for. We need 2 allies that like us, and we have France right now. I think I'm going to improve with the Papal State again, both to increase our papacy money income here. What is it? Papal influence. And in order to maybe pick up that alliance. Who's France allied to? Ottoman, Scotland, Wales, and the Pope. Yeah, Ottomans are not going to ally us, but maybe the Pope, so we have sort of a alliance conglomerate here. Ottomans are for some reason running through the middle of Europe. I think they had war with Genoa. Lucca, Savoy, and Flanders. Okay, that's why they're over here fighting some of those miners. That makes sense. Send your army all the way here to conquer a province. Here. Kaffa. I like it. Good job, Ottomans. Alright. Let's unpause here. I think we can safely do that. We do have a guy, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, we're here. Good. I sent over this one unit of infantry so we can start exploring the New World and looking for the 7 cities of gold. Like me my gold. And I'll grab the transport back home, just in case we need to do some transporting. We only have 1 transport. We focus our fleet solely on merchant ships so we can make more money. but we needed one transport to get like over here or something. All right, we already have a lot of claims on Scotland, so this 27 spy network is not going to be enough to make another claim. And I bet you these rebels are gonna go. Now they might go to the Scottish parts here, Derby, Lincolnshire. That's all used to be English, so they could go there. Should be English cores on there. Yep. Yeah, lots of English cores here in Scotland. And I would love for them to break free here. That would be sort of the best sort of outcome we can get. But no, they're coming to my land. Stop drilling, please. Now there are multiple things I can do here. Don't do that. I can try to kill them, and I could just kill them, and then I'm done with that. I could hope that they walk back to Scotland and do more unrest there, but I really don't want to risk the fact that they spread a lot of separatism in my land. So let's not do that. Oxford has rivers to pretty much everywhere. Hampshire, Sussex, Gloucester, Cambridge, Coventry, and Leicester. That is... did it say Sussex? Yeah. So just London does not have a river crossing to Oxford. What about... you have no maneuver on your general, so it's fine. We don't mind the river crossing. So we're just gonna sit over here and try to attack them before they take the land and spread their separatism stuff. Now, are you my best general? You're my only general, essentially. You're not very good, but that's fine. Rebels, yeah. Just shut up. You had 70,000 men, Scotland. Why didn't you just handle the rebels? Grr. Why do I have to do your work? Now, we needed what, like 10? I didn't need to shift consolidate there, that was just bad. Like 10 guys sitting in Cambridge, and then some sitting in London, if I remember correctly, and the rest down there in Somerset and Devon. Let's have a look at the rebel unrest reduction. Not fully done right now, but that's because we need reinforcements. London is fully unrest reducted, so we don't need them there, actually. So you guys can go to Somerset. Sure. Go. Scottish Pretenders, unfortunately, not as useful. They're going to annoy the Scots, but they're not really going to help us do anything positive for us. I'd really like France to go to war, although we currently don't really have an army to rival the Scots. How are we tech-wise? We have... oh, we do have better tech than the Scots, so that may help. But in general, we're not quite in a super good spot to fight the Scots. And we don't have any forts to sort of trick them on. So that's an issue too. I assume our explorer is doing the exploring. He is. Good. Conquistador, not explorer. Doing disaster. Yes, that's still fine. Rebels on 80. I would give some land to the clergy to reduce unrest, but they're already too influential. Our navigator has died. That's the colonial range guy. Don't necessarily need the colonial range at the moment. I'm gonna have some money tick up here because we have to pay back that loan, and it would be good to have a bit of a war chest if we need it. Now, rebels. Somerset almost reduced. Cambridge, they are gone. We can start splitting off units here, I think, to reduce unrest elsewhere. And Devon, I think, is the only place we still have separatists. Cornwall too, but Cornwall is Cornish separatists, so they're not as scary. Just a bit Cornish. Spy network construction speed. Ooh, great air. At least it's not a negative, but man, that's not useful at all. Speaking of spy network, how much do we need for another claim on Scotland, and do we even have room? Yeah, we can definitely make more claims. We can claim like Ulster here for 45, okay. And then I'll have to get that final claim on England at some point too. We can take tech, but we're not ahead of time, so yes, we're going to do that. Grab ourselves a chance at getting some innovativeness here, and get some production efficiency. Good. 85% ahead of time. Are we currently gaining? We are, I think. No, we're losing, behind the neighbors. Okay, I don't know how that math works out. We're ahead in 2 technologies, but we're still losing. I don't know. It is new. and not very relevant. Still 0.4 unrest. This should have been handled. It is handled. Are we at exactly 0 here? Yes, very good. So we might be able to completely avoid those English separatists, which would be very nice, of course. Scotland claiming Pale. We're going to claim Ulster in return. Just get a bunch of claims. This is, I mean, the Scots see it, we see it. This is all going towards war. It's going to be fine that it is. We are not at our force limit. So I am actually going to build up some more troops. And we're not in the age of insane cannon yet. So the one cannon we have is fine. The rest is going to be infantry. Just to make things cheap and nice. I may not ever build cavalry this campaign. We'll see. Definitely going to build more cannons once we get to the age where cannons are actually useful. Cavalry. We'll have to decide that. If we get rich enough, then we're going to build cavalry. Otherwise, no. Oh, I never said, we are going for the, still going for the home and away achievement here. And we do have to take a couple of provinces for that. Let me just check this event here. We lose some money, gain loyalty, lose influence on the, yeah, this is all good. We do have to take this province here, and then we have to take Dublin, we have to take London, so we have all those. But we also have to take Edinburgh and Paris and Rome. So still a bit of work ahead of us there. Now we just had changes in influence levels through that event, so maybe we can give some more land to the clergy if we want to do that. I think we do. I think I want to give some more land to the clergy so we get rid of all this unrest issue here. There's no more unrest in Somerset though, due to the troops, so we don't need to give that to the clergy, but we're going to give them Devon here, so that's done. And we're going to give them Cornwall, yep. So that is done. So that should actually help us completely get rid of all these separatists. I don't know if you can hear it, I still have a bit of a cold in the back of my throat. Nothing to worry about, but not anything to worry about. Still. Could try to get a union over Bohemia here, but they have no, not Bohemia anymore. Could try to get Naples. Naples? Is Naples free? Oh. Naples is not in the union under Aragon, and they have no legal heir. They have no legal heir, so we could try to get a Naples alliance and marriage. How old is your king? 23. I mean, they will probably get a... Ooh, and it's there for Austrian marriage. So we probably have to fight Austria for that. Nah, let's not. Let's not do that. Lose some ducats, gain Diplo power. That sounds good to me. And Arawak likes this. Yeah, sure. Watch me get to the point where I don't have the money to pay back my loan. Ooh, new idea. I do want a second colonist for sure. It's not super important right now, but it's gonna be important very, very soon. Scots still dealing with all their pretenders. That is fine by me. An annoyed Scot is a good Scot. We are pretty far away from Connacht, and if we got 20% bonus, we still wouldn't be there. No, not even remotely. So we do need that colony in Arexfjord to finish before we can do any real colonization of the Americas, but we're getting there. Just a little over 100 more settlers. And once that's done, we can send out 2 colonists immediately to the New World and try to get us established there. Our general died while drilling. It's unfortunate, but we are ahead of time in military, aren't we? We are. Are we doing a military idea group? We are. I could just not grab a general for a while. We won't be drilling then, but on the other hand, we will save that military power, which is nice. Can't really grab one from the nobility right now. Yes, 1510, next modifier drops off in, whoa, 23, so quite a while until we can do this. Do I want to hire a new general? How's our tradition? We have 24 tradition, which is not a lot. On the other hand, we're gonna need, no, let's, can't decide here. I guess since we've basically handled all the unrest, right? Let's just let the English separatists drop down to 0, and then we're just gonna drop army maintenance instead of drilling. It's gonna be fine. Embargoing 2 of our rivals. Who's our third rival? Scotland, Holland, Brabant. We do not have a truce to Scotland, do we? No. Why are we not embargoing you? Let's stop building that spy network for a second and have you embargoed. And then go ahead, build that on the 1st of May. Most deadly lake. Hostile movement speed. That actually means that we are moving slower, I believe. Or we might lose our conquistador. No, let's move slower around there. Loose ducats. Oh, when's our loan due? In 11. I don't want to lose stability, not like that, so I'm gonna pay for it, even though we might have ducat issues then. But in 2 months I will be able to just turn down army maintenance to 0, and that will be okay. Because then the English separatists will be at 0, and even if they rise a tiny bit, because we have no army maintenance, it's gonna be alright. So I can group up my armies somewhere, like in Hampshire, and drop my maintenance to 0. We make many buckets of ducats every month, so that actually means I do want... do I want to hire an advisor? I mean, I do. Definitely want a military advisor. Also want a diplo advisor, to be quite fair. But we do need... I think I'm gonna just hoard some money so we have enough money for our loan payback, and then I'll start doing the rest. Yeah, there's some unrest coming back, as you can see. It's gonna be alright. Can we maybe take money from the burghers? No, but we could take diplo power from the burghers, which I want. So, you guys, you need how much more influence? 15%. Is there land I can give you? Burghers. Well, I can give you Oxford, which is a terrible burgher province. But it does have high autonomy, so that would be okay. But there's a bit of an issue with the influence. But I mean, we can always take away Kildare if we have to. So let's give them Oxford. And I think grant them monopoly charters too. Here. And then demand their diplo support, get 150 diplo power. Clergy, I cannot ask you for anything. But I can ask the nobility for military support, which is cool. We just need 10 more influence here. There's no 10 influence button, so we might have to give them some land. Nobility, but we have tons of high autonomy land, so that's gonna be alright. Hampshire, for example, looks like perfect. 75% on the nobility and demand their military support. There we go. And that even enables us to pick the next idea, which gives us army tradition, which I want. I think we even got a tiny bit of innovativeness for that. I'm counter-espionage in Scotland? No, that's not what I meant to do at all. No. Build spy network is what I wanted to click. Counter-espionage. We're maxed out on the Pope. How are you? Ooh, you like the idea of an alliance. I like that. Come on back home, Mr. Diplomat, and then let's offer you an alliance. Also, no, it's fine. So, Pope allied to us and likes us. Let's improve relations to France, so once the emissary's back, so we can actually fulfill that mission to have 2 allies that like us. Ooh, Autonomy change minus 0.05%. That's great. Because we have tons of autonomy in our land, and having that passive reduction of autonomy every month, that's going to be awesome. Gonna make us a lot of money, manpower, all of that. Good jazz. Our search for the 7 cities of gold is a very, very straightforward search here. We're just walking through the fog and looking everywhere. That is fine. Making a bit of money, but we have tons of things we want to spend money on, so I'm not gonna build buildings now. Because we do really, really want advisors, and we need to pay back that loan. I think we should have enough for one advisor. A level 1, of course. Diplo rep, I like for 20 ducats, sure. Still making money hand over fist here. What are you? You're my transport. Okay, that's fine. Super slow at building that spy network in Scotland. Oh, we're at speed 4 too. Let's repay that loan. Go to speed 5. No need to hang around at speed 4. That's just stupid. And our theologian also died. Oh, come on. All my advisors are dying. Theologian was so good. He was unrest reduction 2% and he was half price too, I think. Oh well. I do want a military guy. Can I afford one? I can. Let's grab discipline. It's just good. It's not that we're fighting right now, but I do want an advisor for the monarch points, and I definitely want to go for discipline once we do fight. Now, I need to insult somebody because we're we're below 50 power protection here. So why don't I insult the Scots? They stink anyway. Here. Be insulted. I think I'm not gonna worry about building that spy network in Scotland anymore. I'm gonna build it on England. We have tons of claim on the Scots. What are you? Ulstrian separatists. That would be great. If the Scots don't manage those separatists, I can just jump in and grab Ulster for myself. Would be awesome. And there should not be any Ulster cores around here, right? Tyrone, Meath, no Ulster cores. So these separatists should not walk into my lands. That should all be fine. Liège have said Holland is their rival, okay. I really want the French to stop being allied to Scotland or to go to war somewhere without us, without calling us in. So that we can then declare war on Scotland. That would be nice. Even if we don't currently have a general. Scots still trying to build their spy network on us. Burghers lost New World colonization rights. Well, I like the Burghers losing the influence. I do want the colonization effect to be going on as much as possible. We're gonna have another effect drop off in 1514. And the Burghers are currently at what? The disaster, I mean, is at... not a lot. Can you even see the number here? Doesn't seem like it. I'm just gonna give them the rights again. Here, New World Charter. Plus 10 settlers every month, I believe. Monthly or yearly. Either way, it's important to get a lot of settlers so we can finally start colonizing in the Americas. And we're very, very close to being able to do that. It's yearly, not monthly, but hey. Austria declared war on Salzburg, Imperial Liberation comes belly. Ooh, and there's my mission to have 2 allies that like me. Let's just grab that, giving us some Diplo reputation, which is nice. Next mission here is to have 2 subjects. That's probably gonna take a while, but it's not like I must go down these missions anyway. They're pretty boring missions. I don't think I can see how far the separatists in Scotland are to completing their goal there. Ooh, we got the colony finally. That should mean that we can colonize over here. And I mean, I do kind of need a presence in the Gulf of St. Lawrence, or do I? This is going straight to the English Channel too here from Chesapeake Bay. So we don't need the Gulf of St. Lawrence technically. And this is a lot of estuaries down here. which could be very nice to have. Let's just see if we can have the colonial range to grab any of these. I am confused. Oh, there's somebody already sitting there. Some natives. Fine. Let's start over here in Massachusetts and then work our way and just kill those natives in Manhattan if we have to. Send a guy here and a guy here. Like that. We also have a bunch of money, which is good because that should allow us to do other things, like grab a advisor here. I would love the unrest advisor. Not that unrest is too much of an issue at the moment, but it would still be nice to have. Better than production efficiency anyway. But he comes from the clergy. Clergy are too influential, or not too influential, but too close to being too influential, so... And we can't get him anyway. So let's just grab whatever's available here. For now, production efficiency, just make some money, it's fine. It is fine. It doesn't seem as if the Scots are gonna deal with these Ulster separatists. Reformation branch is out. Reformed has spawned. I have not converted to anything. I should probably have converted to something like Protestant already, but... Where's religion? Here's religion. And I could. I could still spawn Reformed here and get a Center of Reformation, which would be nice. That does two issues. There are two issues with spawning Reformed here. One is that our allies, France and the Papal State, are obviously Catholic, and they would not like us doing this. The other, although Reformed is a much better religion than Catholic, is... The other issue is that I really wanted to spawn Anglicanism just to try it out. And I don't think anybody has done that yet. So I want to grab the chance of doing that. I read it's not a good religion to have. It doesn't do much apparently. But I like the idea of trying out the new religion. So let's go for that. And yeah. And stay Catholic as long as possible. Otherwise, to keep our friends around. Still no good workshops to build. I don't know that there is a way to see how many workshops I already have, if I have any. I know I didn't build any, and apparently the English... Wow. Is this right? Are there just no buildings anywhere? There's a temple there. Yeah, the English don't have any buildings. There's a couple of temples around here. So no, we would actually have to build 5 workshops. So that's a lot of money to spend on workshops in terrible places. Let's not do that for now. Instead, I could build some boats. How's my force limit looking? I always like building boats. Yep. Build some more money boats. I wonder if I should transport my troops over here for the occasion that Ulster spawns. On the other hand... I think I'm going to do it. We are going to have to build a claim on Ulster. Oh no, we already have a claim on Ulster, so we can actually declare war immediately when Ulster spawns. Oh, but the Scots are trying something here. And winning. Shame. Stop the transporting. Sorry. I know I said you should go over there, but don't really need you in Ireland. Please go back here. The Scots did manage to fight the rebels. Very, very unfortunate. How about Paris, France? Oh, you are at war and I didn't get a message. Hello. I can also invest in an idea. Let's grab the final exploration idea here so we can start getting Diplo technology again. Now, I have no diplomats, but I can bring this one back from France. Because I do want to constantly check now for France's willingness to join the war. Currently not war exhausted, so gonna have to wait a bit. My heir might die here. Can have a 75% chance of him dying and gain a lot of legitimacy, which we don't really need. Or we lose some ducats and have less of a chance of our heir dying. Let's do that. He has died. We have a new heir who's a 144, which is similar to what he was before. 9 points. It's alright. Doesn't really know what admin is, but I mean, who does? Yeah. Salzburg, Scotland. None of this particularly interesting. I love that colonization still hasn't spawned. It is 1513 and we're still waiting for the spawn of colonization. This is weird. What do we have to do again for that? It's 1500, we are in Europe, we have a port, we are not an island, we are in a state. We have a coastal center of trade, 12 development, or the capital province. This is the capital province, definitely. Connect to the capital of Wales, yes. And we have quest for the New World, and we have discovered North American continent, yeah? So, that's a thing. It's just not happening. On the other hand, we have this explorer looking for gold here. And there don't seem to be any Europeans over here anyway. I don't know why nobody's colonizing the New World, but I'm not gonna complain if they leave it all to me. It's as if the Pope had said that all of that should be mine. We're dropping out of power projection, unfortunately. Can't do an insult at the moment, and we're super bad at the New Age objectives, actually. Converting. We could get a bunch of age objectives by simply pressing the convert button here. Get a center of reformation, be reformed. I don't know if we can still get the spawn of Anglicanism if we go for reformed. Our allies won't like it, but it shouldn't be enough to drop me, I hope. It's gonna make it a little less likely that France actually does not join the war. This is complicated. I do want those age objectives, and we could get so many, right? We could get converted provinces, we could get join the Reformation for sure, which we could also get for Anglican. Colonial Empire is going to take a while, and forced conversion, nah, not gonna happen. Unify culture eventually. I'm not quite sure. Should I spawn reformed or not? I'm gonna have to think about that in between episodes. Meanwhile, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing here, why don't you like my videos? If you'd like to see a war next episode, why don't you like my videos and subscribe to the channel? And if you have anything to say it down there in the comments. Anything you like, anything you didn't like, anything you would like me to do in the future, just comment on it. I read all the comments and answer almost all of them. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.